You're a totally gross, obnoxious weasel. You're a totally gross, obnoxious weasel. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely gross, greasy weasel. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate gross, sneaky weasel. You're a real wacky, you're a real gross, wacky weasel. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, gross, creepy weasel. You're a super wormy, you're a super gross, wormy weasel. You're a gigantic, boring, you're a gigantic, gross, boring weasel. You're a totally freaky, obnoxious nerd. You're a totally freaky, obnoxious nerd. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely freaky, greasy nerd. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate freaky, sneaky nerd. You're a real wacky, you're a real freaky, wacky nerd. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, freaky, creepy nerd. You're a super wormy, you're a super freaky, wormy nerd. You're a gigantic, boring, you're a gigantic, freaky, boring nerd. You're a totally ugly, obnoxious bonehead. You're a totally ugly, obnoxious bonehead. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely ugly, greasy bonehead. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate ugly, sneaky bonehead. You're a real wacky, you're a real ugly, wacky bonehead. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, ugly, creepy bonehead. You're a super wormy, you're a super ugly, wormy bonehead. You're a gigantic, boring, you're a gigantic, ugly, boring bonehead. You're a totally slimy, obnoxious loser. You're a totally slimy, obnoxious loser. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely slimy, greasy loser. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate slimy, sneaky loser. You're a real wacky, you're a real slimy, wacky loser. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, slimy, creepy loser. You're a super wormy, you're a super slimy, wormy loser. You're a gigantic, boring, you're a gigantic, slimy, boring loser. You're a totally weird, obnoxious geek. You're a totally weird, obnoxious geek. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely weird, greasy geek. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate weird, sneaky geek. You're a real wacky, you're a real weird, wacky geek. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, weird, creepy geek. You're a super wormy, you're a super weird, wormy geek. You're a gigantic, boring, you're a gigantic, weird, boring geek. You're a totally slobbering, obnoxious dweeb. You're a totally slobbering, obnoxious dweeb. You're a completely greasy, you're a completely slobbering, greasy dweeb. You're the ultimate sneaky, you're the ultimate slobbering, sneaky dweeb. You're a real wacky, you're a real slobbering, wacky dweeb. You're a big, creepy, you're a big, slobbering, creepy dweeb. You're a super, wormy. You're a super, slobbering, wormy dweeb. You're a gigantic, boring. You're a gigantic, slobbering, boring dweeb. You're a totally stinky, obnoxious whip. You're a totally stinky, obnoxious whip. You're a completely greasy. You're a completely stinky, greasy whip. You're the ultimate sneaky. You're the ultimate stinky, sneaky whip. You're a real wacky. You're a real stinky, wacky whip. You're a big, creepy. You're a big, stinky, creepy whip. You're a super, wormy. You're a super, stinky, wormy whip. You're a gigantic, boring. You're a gigantic, stinky, boring whip.